Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm back. Haven't done a lineup in a while, but I'm back here today, putting out another MLB Fanduel lineup for tonight. Last couple of days, it hasn't been. I'll say I've done okay. Nothing really to shoot home about, but I'd say I did okay. But let's try to get back on track and get some wins under our belt. Tonight I'm going to go with Jake Arrieta for the Chicago Cubs. He's pitching against the Padres. His last game, he went 5 2/3 innings. He walked 7 against the Milwaukee Brewers, but ended up winning the game. He struck out 3. He only had 23 FanDuel points, so I'm looking for him to bounce back tonight. Russell Martin for the Toronto Blue Jays. Last game went 0 for 5, but in his last 4 or 5 games, he had 21 and 25 FanDuel points. He's going up against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. The second one is Freddie Freeman. Freddie Freeman, last game against the Diamondbacks, he went 3 for 4, and he had 2 home runs and 3 RBIs. He had 53 FanDuel points in his last game. My second player will be Gene Segura. Last game against the Braves, he went 3 for 5, a double, 2 runs scored. He had 21 FanDuel points in that one. Chase Darnold, is my next player. Last game he only had 6 points of FanDuel, but he did get an RBI. He went 0 for 3. Tyler Saladino is next. The White Sox and Phillies. He went 0 for 3 last game against Cleveland. It only had 6 points from 6.2 points for FanDuel. Ender and Cartier is next. Atlanta, Arizona. Last game 2 for 4, 21 points, 0.4 points for FanDuel. He had a triple, 2 runs scored, and he also walked. Tommy Pham is next. Against the Phillies, he went 1 for 4, a walk. He had 6 FanDuel points in that game. His last game before that was against the Houston Astros, which he had 31.4 points. And Jeremy Hazelbaker is next, the last pick. Against the Phillies, he went 1 for 1 with a home run, 2 RBIs. He had 22 FanDuel points. So that is a lineup that I'm putting out tonight. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. If you have any questions, you can email me. And if you want to donate to the channel, support the channel if you wish. And make sure you double check your lineups for late game scratches, because that lineup somebody might be sitting out. So make sure you double check an hour or half an hour before the game, because I know I'll probably get emails and comments. Well, you put that lineup out there and he didn't even play. That's why I put a disclaimer saying check your lines before the game, because people have a habit of sitting out because I may not always update it. So you have to make sure it's your responsibility to double check the lineups. Now, a lot of people, I got a couple of emails from people asking me how I do my lineups. Do I know anybody that does lineups? And I say this all the time. Okay, lineups I put out on the channel, they're my lineups. I'm not gonna go out there and put someone else's lineups out there because that person didn't have to go out there and do that. Yeah, I know a few people that does lineups, but I'm not going to go against their. I'm not going to destroy their confidence in me to do that. So, what I would tell people to do now, if you're having trouble winning or you're just having trouble with MLB, FanDuel period, is do the research and do the homework, because some of y'all sitting there and not picking players, and they're not scoring. You know, you're gonna get killed 9 times out of 10. So you have to do the research and do your homework for this, because you have people out there that are good, and you got people out there, that are sharks and that will absolutely kill you in points. So if I was you, and if you're having trouble with fantasy sports, I would do 50-50s for now until you get good. I would do it for a while until you get good, build your bankroll up, and then once you build your bankroll up, you can start branching out. I wouldn't advise you to do tournaments when you start out, because doing tournaments when you start out, you really don't have a chance of winning a whole lot unless you are up in the high twos, or in the 300s, and it's really hard to get 300s because you have to get it just right. You have to really study. So, thanks for watching this channel. Feel free to leave a comment and also subscribe.